Harrisburg earned second place in Forbes magazine's list of the best places in the U.S. to raise a family. It still deserves to be on that list today because of the many attractions it offers residents and visitors. It's a historic city that's played a part in many conflicts, especially in the Civil War. Keep watching to learn about the best things to do in Harrisburg, PA. Pennsylvania State Capitol Complex. Architect Joseph Houston spent 25 years and $13 million completing this building. It's one of the most popular Capitol buildings in the country today, and former President Teddy Roosevelt once called it the most handsome building he'd ever seen. The 14-foot brass Commonwealth statue sits outside and beckons you in. The 17.5-foot, 6,000-pound dome is a 1/3 scale replica of the one on St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. The inside is just as beautiful. The staircase is modeled after the one in the Paris Opera House. Violet Oakley painted its 457 rooms, and they're full of artwork, statues, murals, and more. Tours are free every half hour, Mondays through Fridays. You can go on the weekends in groups of 10 or more if you book in advance. Civil War Museum. This museum opened in 2001 with help from the Smithsonian Institution. Over 24,000 pieces show the progression of the Civil War from 1816 to 65. Come during one of the lecture events for an even more meaningful experience. State Museum of Pennsylvania. This museum goes as far back as possible, tracing the history of the state from prehistory to the present day. Its most notable features include a painting called The Battle of Gettysburg, Pickett's Charge, and a restored mastodon skeleton. It also has exhibits focusing on the state's founder, William Penn, and one called the Village Square that replicates a 19th century Pennsylvania town. Fort Hunter Mansion and Park. The Fort Hunter estate was built in 1725 and features 10 historic buildings. The 40-acre park is a beautiful walking spot with a covered bridge and remnants of the Pennsylvania Canal Trail. Book a guided tour with live colonial actors to hear a story of the estate as if you were visiting it in its prime. City Island. This 63-acre park used to house Union soldiers as they crossed the Susquehanna River. Archaeological evidence also suggests it was used by the Susquehannock and Iroquois tribes. Today, it's a popular entertainment spot with a golf course, ball field, mini steam train, soccer stadium, batting cages, walking trails, and more. Prior to the Susquehanna Riverboat cruise. When you're ready to leave City Island, take one of the only remaining paddle wheel riverboats in the U.S. You'll get a beautiful view of the surrounding area, and before you know it, the 45 minutes will have passed by. Certain times of the year mean enjoying tours focused on certain themes like murder mysteries, wing night, live music, or Maryland blue crabs. Whitaker Center for Science and the Arts. This center has 3 floors of exhibits that celebrate cinema, science, and the arts. They only take about a day to explore, but it's one of the best things to do in Harrisburg if you're only staying for a short time. You'll also find a range of entertainment spots, including a 4-story cinema screen, hands-on exhibits at the Harsco Science Center, live shows at the Sunoco Performance Center, and an esports arena for video games. Reserve a ticket for the shows you want to see in advance. Susquehanna Art Museum. Now is the perfect time to visit this museum. It recently moved to the Keystone Trust building and underwent a $12 million renovation. It now has impressive architectural features like 27-foot-high ceilings, marble floors, and a restored 1923 bank vault. Enjoy 20,000 square feet of galleries and art exhibitions focusing on national and international artists. The Artistic Expressions exhibitions show artwork from local high school students. If you're bringing the kids, take them to the Van Gogh Museum on Wheels, an RV trailer with interactive exhibits. John Harris and Simon Cameron Mansion. This impressive mansion was built in 1766 by John Harris, founder of Harrisburg. It was turned into a Victorian-style mansion in 1863 when Senator Simon Cameron, Abraham Lincoln's Secretary of War, bought it. His children were the last residents and donated it to the Dauphin County Historical Society before their death. Go on a guided tour or participate in public programs to see how the building's history and architecture have changed over the years. Wildwood Park. This 229-acre park once fell into disarray but was restored by the National Autobahn Society. It's since become one of the best things to do in Harrisburg if you're looking to escape into a land full of natural beauty. It has a 3-mile paved trail and a wetlands area. Wildwood Park is perfect for birdwatching, wildlife spotting, horseback riding, boating, picnics, and more. It also has a nature center with public exhibits and even a zoo. Visiting is free, and that's a massive deal for how much it has to offer. National Fire Museum. This 1899 Victorian firehouse was transformed into a museum to celebrate the history of firefighting. It starts at the beginning with horse-drawn engines and works up to the modern trucks of today. Highlights include the Gamewell Alarm Room and fire dispatch console used during the nuclear incident at 3 Mile Island in 1979. This museum is one of the best things to do in Harrisburg for visitors and residents of every age, but young, future firefighters will love everything on display. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already, and stick around for more of the best of Harrisburg. Capital Area Greenbelt. This 20-mile paved loop through Harrisburg lets you see all the city's neighborhoods. Its on-road, biking, and walking sections connect many of the other spots on this list, including the National Civil War Museum and several of the city's best parks and gardens. The Greenbelt has its own arboretums and museums, but don't miss the engagement of the Five Senses Garden or its beautiful butterflies. You can traverse them on your own, but guided tours are also available. Broad Street Market. This market opened in 1860 to provide food to Union soldiers in the nearby Camp Curtin. Today, over 40 vendors set up stands on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. They sell local food, wine, jewelry, and gifts to visitors. It's also home to the oldest market house in the U.S. FNB Field. This is the home base of the Harrisburg Senators, a minor league baseball team and AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. It also offers events for children and fireworks that blow up over the Susquehanna River. Get a hot dog at the giant picnic pavilion while you watch the game. Check the website for the schedule and ticket deals. Appalachian Brewing Company. This was the first brewery in Harrisburg, and there hasn't been another since it was built in 1951. It sits in a historic building with brick walls, wooden beams, and hardwood floors and ceilings. You can take a tour or enjoy it on your own. The beer is great, but the food menu is extensive, including soups, salads, sandwiches, tacos and quesadillas, and more. Cathedral of St. Patrick. The stunning architecture is the first thing you'll notice when you pull up to this beautiful cathedral. Once you go inside, the design becomes even more impressive. There are 45 imported German stained glass windows. You'll also see multiple shrines to past bishops of the diocese and fresco paintings that mirror those in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. The cathedral is also one of the only ones in Pennsylvania that still says Latin Mass. Autobahn Indoor Speedway and Events. This 40,000 square foot venue is known for its go-kart track. The karts go up to 50 miles per hour and up to 10 can race at once. You can track your speed and progress, which may encourage you to sign up for the league that meets on Mondays at 7. The Millworks. An abandoned warehouse became one of the best things to do in Harrisburg when it was renovated and turned into an art showcase. The waiting list for booking a loft is long because everyone wants a piece of this location. The Millworks also has a gift shop and a restaurant and brewery. Special events include parties and painting workshops. Sprocket Mural Works Mural Fest. This special event began in 2017 and focuses on celebrating and creating street art. Artists painted murals on 18 walls in 10 days the first time. The fest takes place in September this year. Over 300 artists will work together to paint murals on 10 walls in 10 days. Watching them at work is a thrill, but you can also buy their art year-round. View it on the Sprocket Mural Works website, which will also tell you where to find it. Bird in Hand. The U.S. hot air balloon team works here 40 minutes east of Harrisburg. They're surrounded by open fields and farms, an ideal place for going up in a hot air balloon. There are private balloons for small groups and larger shared ones for 10 to 12 people. Make sure to get up early and take off at sunrise when the wind is calm. Bring light clothes and comfortable shoes. Strite's Orchard. This 300-acre local business has been around for over 100 years. One of the main features that keep it going for so long is that it lets you pick fruits and veggies from the orchard. Their shop has its own brand of farm-fresh products, and they also partner with other local farms to give you more variety. Echo Caverns. Native Americans once used these caves for storage and shelter, but they've since become one of the best things to do in Harrisburg. The expansive tunnels are always 52 degrees, no matter the time of year. You'll need to book a 45-minute tour to see them, but be sure to visit the gift shop and petting zoo as well. Echo Caverns is also a popular space for weddings and special events. Hershey Park. USA Today gave this park the number 9 spot on their list of their readers' favorite amusement parks in the U.S. It's 121 acres of chocolatey fun. The lights, decorations, and even the massage treatments at the hotel are inspired by sweets. You can taste international chocolates at the Hershey Story Museum, make your own bar at Hershey's Chocolate World, and more. Hershey Gardens. You may not expect to see a gorgeous 23-acre garden across the street from Hershey Park, but that's part of its charm. The butterfly atrium is a major attraction, and the garden has other themed areas and year-round events. Midtown Scholar Bookstore. Bookworms can spend an entire day exploring the over 200,000 books on display here. It's been voted the best independent bookstore in the area for over 14 years, and it's easy to see why. It has a huge collection of used and rare books, a downstairs cafe, regular talk-in tours, and more. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites in Harrisburg? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.